there's a lot of talk about Jevons paradox.
Sure.
And what Jevons paradox says is that, like my sister, for example, is a radiologist, and they said that AI, one of the first jobs that AI is going to disrupt is radiology. Now, what it's actually done is lower the price of radiologists. It's been deflationary because of the increased productivity and efficiency of it. And because it's been lowered, the demand has gone up. So actually, there are more radiologists now because of that.
Correct.
And they're saying this across the board in many other industries.
Right.
What do you think about that? Do you think there's some truth to this?
Well, no, it's really happened in that industry, right? But I'll tell you what the difference is. So first of all, let's talk about Jevons paradox, right? Because currently it's being spun as a positive for AI, which I think is great, right? But let's look at history, right? When William Jevon first stated that thesis, it was really a pessimistic call. It was basically a call to the British government saying that if you guys make engines more efficient in consuming coal or consuming fuel, or pardon me, we're talking about machineries. If you make the machineries more efficient, it will accelerate the use of coal. And that was a warning. So it was in fact a warning to the British Parliament that we could in fact accelerate the reduction in our coal reserves. It wasn't anything positive.
Okay.
But in today's market, it's now spun positively. So I just wanted to give that historical context, right? Okay, now let's talk about specifically your situation that you've just described with regard to your sister. Now, when you talk about AI, in my opinion, you in fact have to bifurcate those who are net winners and who are those which are at risk. Those which I've just described now have got one advantage. They have a moat. They have a regulatory moat. There's a license required for that. There is a limit, perhaps, because of the number of schools that offer that situation. There is, in fact, regulations that require human intervention in those processes.
There's one more massive moat to that.
Which is?
Liability.
Liability, exactly, right. Medical liability, right?
So, are we going to trust, robotics and AI to be liable for their mistakes?
Exactly. BPO staff does not have that moat. And therein lies the problem. I was giving an example earlier that we can literally pull someone off the street who's able to articulate themselves well and be able to think on their feet, train them to become BPOs, elevate them over time, and that's it. But they have no regulatory moat.